You played 4 minutes of the overtime with 3 of your starters with 4 fouls and 2 freshmen out there. That's probably not your preferred lineup, I guess, right?
It's not. It's not. Matter of fact, it wasn't my preferred lineup from about the 17-minute mark, 16, whenever Ford picked up our third.
Yeah.
I thought that's tough whenever you're playing with your senior that's, kind of keeping all those freshmen and sophomores in line, and all of a sudden she said no, they were hitting most of the game. I give our kids credit to them. They played with a lot of intensity. They let down, made a lot of mental mistakes, but I didn't think they ever let down with their intensity. So you got to give them credit. That's all they can do right now. The turnovers are going to happen with young kids, and we had plenty of those. But the intensity didn't drop down. That tickled me to death more than anything, just to see us battle, knowing that, hey, we're making turnovers, but we're making some plays, and just keep playing. That lets them know that, hey, the main thing is just play hard.
Do you think the fouls did affect how they played, or do you like how they handled it?
It affects how you play. I mean, and that's part of the game. I mean, I'm not blaming the officials. They called it, and we didn't adapt real well, and they did a good job of driving the ball, and we didn't keep our hands off of it, and that's the difference in the ball game. But we did a pretty good job on our end too. We made them foul us a lot, so we just got to be smart and play on both ends of the floor. And but the main thing that made us play a little bit different was Ford sitting over there with us. That's when you, like I say, when you take our senior off the floor with all that youth, it's a little distracting out there. Shardae's not used to that. Galt did a much better job, I thought, of being level-headed and making some plays. And Shan, did a pretty good job. And with those freshmen, they played up and down like they're going to.
How do you think Shardae played? She had to play probably more tonight than she has in the first 3 games, just kind of handling the situation.
Well, I mean, if the circumstances, I think you got to give her credit for working her tail off. And like I say, she's going to make some little mistakes, and we're going to make some turnovers. But that's what this year part of the year is for: is get those guys out there and let them learn, let them watch film. And when you can do it with a W, it makes it a lot more pleasant. So I was just glad to get out of there with a W. It didn't matter how whoever walked off that floor with a W was going to feel better about themselves, because everybody knows both teams made a lot of mistakes.
Like I asked them, it looked like in both halves you guys were a little bit better offensively when you're kind of speeding things up. Did you think that? What was it that kind of got you guys out?
I don't think there was any doubt. When they got their defense set, we struggled a little bit, and we're going to, because again we're still, it's a work in progress. They're running set plays. They're a little bit ahead because they know where they're going. Our kids don't really know where they're going and how to read and react in motion. So if the defense gets set against us right now, especially with Ford out of the line, then we're going to look at what the record. But if you get us an open floor and let us play a little bit, then naturally at this time of year we're much better out here.
What did you think of Galt in the overtime period? Looked like she kind of took over a couple possessions when you guys really need. Taylor Ford sitting on the bench, so someone kind of had to do that.
And that's when we started running field sets, was trying to get her the ball and let her make some plays. And I give her credit; she made some good plays for us. And that's what we got to have right now.
Did you think she picked up her 5th one there with about 9 seconds left?
Well, I thought it was a charge. And so, all I was going to do was give her credit because she didn't put her hands on it. She stayed in good position, and they made the right call. I was tickled that she had enough guts to do it. You got to make that play. Right?
You've talked a lot early on about your guys' post defense. How do you think that looked tonight? Is it still? Do you see some improvement?
I thought defensively was a little better, but our rebounding was terrible. Started blocking out, locking the kids off. I guarantee most of their points they got, the bigs, their big kids, was off offensive rebounds and putbacks. And we got to do a much better job of blocking out. We got to get better at that.
And obviously there's a lot more left, but can you take something from this, pulling out a win like this?
There's a lot we can take from this. Defensively, like I say, blocking out, helping on ball screens, and then offensively, the silly turnovers and not playing with smartness. And I thought we played with intensity, just not real smart on how to take care of the ball in the last few minutes and who needs the ball in their hands. So I think we'll learn a lot from this game.
Good pleasure.
Thanks.